So, Andrea, in season one, we mainly saw Lucy as kind of the rude boss at Horizon. So, what should viewers expect her to deal with at work in season two?
They should expect her to see her being very naughty, inappropriate, and happy to be so. Just completely justified in all of her, unethical behavior. I mean, I don't think there's an HR department where she's working. So if there were an HR department, she would have a lot of issues, but I don't think there is. So thank goodness. Yeah, she definitely leans into watching men in the shower.
And Josh, we saw Ivan as mostly an employee at Horizon in season one. So, where does his journey take him in season two?
Yeah, it's super exciting stuff with Ivan to be able to play because, there's a twisted love story that happens with Ivan this season. We get to see someone who's kind of caught in between worlds, in between technology and nature, and the hippies and the Silicon Valley people, and he's in between, basically just trying to live his life and eat delicious food, which is pretty much where I would be as well, in his shoes. So yeah, super excited for him season two.
Yeah, that's great. And your characters are both humans living in the real world. If they were to die, hypothetically speaking, in the show, what do you think their ideal virtual afterlife would be?
I think for Lucy, her ideal virtual afterlife would be to live in a Chippendales land. Like she would want to be surrounded by magic mics, just like hot men. She wants a party with hot men. I think she also wants to be popular, and hasn't figured out how to do that. So that would be part of her afterlife also.
I feel like with Ivan, because his avatar is so different than he is, I think there's a part of him that wants to live in that world and sort of be like a mafia don, or or like a producer, like a move maker. But I feel like in the end, he would have to have like a room secret to himself that's just like where he's living, that's basically just like a little cove, like a man cave with video games and weapons. And that's his happy place. But, outside of it, he'd be like a move maker kind of a thing.
Yeah, I think that would be so interesting. So after 2 seasons of Upload, what are both of your takeaways from your experience on the show? And what are your hopes for where it can go in the future?
Josh, do you want to answer first?
I think the thing that I love most about Upload is that it's doing this interesting thing with where we are right now, where it's taking our experiences as human beings and throwing them at technology and going like, is this unique to us, or can technology basically replicate it? And it's doing that with love. It's doing that with death. It's doing that with, therapy and food and all these interesting experiences. And it's something that we're experiencing in the real world at like a slower rate. And I feel like that's where we'll continue to go with future seasons, is like this commentary about what it means to be human and that unique experience, and how we can't really copy it, but we can get really, really close.
Mm-hmm. I think also, I totally agree with that, Josh. And I think also weirdly, the world of so much technology brings out everybody's humanity even more so. It sort of highlights everybody's, the things that cannot be replicated, like desperation and emotion and compassion and jealousy. So I feel like those emotions that our characters have are really juxtaposed against this sort of this technology world that we see what can be replicated and what can't. I'm basically saying what you said, Josh, but
I think you sound really smart though. You sound much smarter than I do.
Yeah. Thank you. Because I used the word juxtaposed.
That was legit.
Thank you. But I just think of my character who's just so desperate and so jealous and so misguided and so power hungry. And she can definitely beam herself up into the Upload world, but she's still like a crazy dog lady. She's not a dog lady, but you know what I mean? She's just like a crazy dog.
Well, I really enjoyed Upload Season 2. Thank you both for your time, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day.